Hello, 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 and welcome to the Journey with Janey podcast. We are on episode 12 of season, oh, what are we? Season 4, which start new beginnings. Now, we are 12 weeks in, and as we come to the end of another quarter, we need to reflect, rewrite, and go again for quarter 3 of 2026. Now, this week I've been reflecting on just how much can change in a few months. And I'm hoping when you sit down and listen to this, or when you're driving at the gym or whatever, you start to think about all those things that we've talked about since, I'm just going to look here, the 1st of April. Excuse me, was the first episode when we sprang into spring. So we have done all sorts in this quarter. And this weekend, I'll be honest, I have done very little. And I mean very little. I have functioned, I think probably is the right way to put it. I've just Thursday, I drove down to Manchester. Friday was an event that I was privileged to be sponsoring. And yeah, so this weekend was all about just being. All of my stuff from Friday, some of it made it out of the car yesterday, which was Tuesday. Some of it's still there, doesn't matter. So I simply was at the weekend, simply being. Had a lovely day with my dad on Sunday at the races, and it was just time to slow down, to nap, to sleep. But it was also time to notice what I actually achieved on Friday as I stood in that room of 80 people and shared the quiet field and just being me. Now, don't get me wrong, it wasn't without its turmoil. Yeah, I'm not even going to give the turmoil attention. Let's just say, if you look at the photographs, you'll see there was a bit of pain going on. The conversations in that room, wonderful. The connections were powerful. And the love and laughter of just being in a room of people who just get it. But what stayed with me most wasn't what was happening around me on Friday. It was what was happening on the inside, which is what we've been talking about over these last 3 months. It was what was happening within me. And for the first time in a very long time, and I mean a long time, I realized that I know exactly who I am. And those of you who have been following me along on the journey of the episodes in the podcast and on socials and things, there was a period after losing, like after Mum died in January and Jonathan died in September, when I genuinely didn't know who the hell I was or where I was going, what I was doing. I had lost my identity. Grief has a way of stripping everything back. the roles you play or played. I was no longer a farmer's wife. The plans you had, we've talked about this, like it's in the Show You Like Collective book where I talk about my movie being paused and having to rewrite my script. And when the dust settles, you are left asking, who am I now? And yes, it's taken time. It's taken tears. It's taken courage. It has taken the writing, albeit from the first book, Janey, You Never Realise, then Janey the Daydreamer, in a very short space of time. It's taken the writing and taken it up a notch to the Show You Like Collective chapter, and currently what I'm writing now that's being released later in the year. It's taken the walking out in nature, swimming, be it inside or outside. It's taken sitting quietly and learning to listen. Not just listening to people speak, but learning to listen to my body and listen to the whispers. But today, I know, hand on heart, yeah, hand on heart, I am a caretaker of the land. I'm a storyteller, and I am a creator of spaces where people can come home to themselves. And perhaps that's why we needed to do this. What this quarter has really been about. It's been about me finding me. And it hasn't been about confidence, hasn't been about self-image. It hasn't been about growth. All of those things matter. It's been about remembering what's underneath the noise. And this is something I spoke about as well in the Show You Light. And I hope you have found what I've talked about over the past 3 months, that it's given you a bit of a, you know, I do know who I am. You know, I do know a bit more about where I want to go, who I want to be. And remembering who you are underneath all those expectations, because we do carry expectations, underneath all the labels, remember who you are, who that person is that's been there all along. And the last couple, well, I'm going to say the last couple of days. Yeah, it is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, yeah, Monday, whatever. Here in the UK have been sunny, warm. I'm a hay fever sufferer. So being out, checking the stock hasn't been the best. And I'm not really sure where I'm going with this, but as I'm recording this, there's farm VAT waiting to be done. There's jobs around the farm. There's stuff still in the boot from boot of the car from Friday, waiting to be explored. But just remember, life still continues on around us, whatever we do. The world doesn't stop when we stop. So life just continues. But today, as I'm sat here, everything feels a bit different. And I think that's what, like I keep saying, these 3 months, if you've done the work, because I'm basically talking about what I've done when I'm doing the podcast. If you've done the work, done the reflections, and listened to what I've said and actually taken action, you should feel different as well. And it's not because our circumstances have changed. They might not have done. It's because I've changed. And that is maybe the lesson I need to leave you with today. We don't need to have everything figured out. We don't need to know every step. I certainly haven't. You don't need permission. You can give yourself permission to do whatever you feel is right for you. Just keep listening to what comes through, what the downloads are, what the writing is that comes through when you sit with your pen and paper. You simply just need to keep listening to that one word that keeps popping into your head all the time. Follow the pull. And that was one of the quotes that was, I think I had a photograph taken with it on Friday. I think I probably posted it. One step at a time, one season at a time, one day at a time. Because one day you'll wake up and realize something beautiful. You're exactly where you need to be. So, from me to you, I am going to leave you with one prompt for you to journal, sit with, see what you think. What has surprised me about myself over the last 3 months in the season of new beginnings? I want to thank you all for listening to season 4. And remember, they're all there for you to go back and listen to. I would love to have been outside recording this. As I look out the window, it is absolutely glorious. And yeah, pollen, red eyes, etc. Not a good look when you're recording something for video purposes as well. So from me to you, have an amazing day. Enjoy whatever you are doing. And remember, I haven't said this one for a while, there's something inside of you that knows no limits. And it's time to believe in you.